know people that people still, I know a woman right now, y'all, in her 70s, still trying to find love. Still trying to find somebody to say, baby, I love you. In her 70s, y'all.
Generally speaking, my videos have various layers of information, but in this particular case, I feel that the information is so important and to the point that I just want to give it to you straight, because very rarely on the internet these days do you hear someone speaking just the truth without an agenda. And in this particular case, this young lady is essentially saying the future that we're going to see play out in real time, as a lot of young ladies, and I guess some guys, are living in an age of delusion in the age of the internet. She speaks directly to it.
You know what I noticed, y'all, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if anybody else think like this, but listen to this here. A lot of people, they say they think when they get older, they're going to be settling down and things going to be wonderful. They're going to be peaceful. But let me tell y'all this here. This must be a new day, because guess what, y'all? People my age are still trying to make it. They still trying to figure out how they're going to make ends meet. A lot of people still got their own homes, but they got to worry about the taxes. Some older people, they got to worry about how they're going to pay their utility bills. Some of those Social Security checks ain't enough. And a lot of times people really think that when I get older, when I get Social Security, when I be able to do it, you better get yourself together now for when you get older. Cause people think that when they get old, y'all just don't have no idea. The young people don't have no idea.
I would behoove myself if I didn't shout out the equalizer, as he oftenly speaks of the finances of retirement. And he basically says, if you're not in a position where you're taking home 30 to 50% of your take home as complete savings or investment money, then you're not really putting yourself into the area to be able to retire. And you can hear in her conversation that many people around her thought that their finances would be better, or even relationship wise, they thought that they would find someone that was going to rescue them and sweep them off their feet. And when it's not there, reality sets in.
They think that when they get older, they're going to be settling down. And look, I know people that people still, I know a woman right now, y'all, in her 70s, still trying to find love. Still trying to find somebody to say, baby, I love you. In her 70s, y'all. That's why I said, I can't do all that, y'all. I can't be worrying about finding somebody that love me at my age, y'all. Nope. That's why I be saying, y'all, you got to get your life together now for when you get older. Figure out some kind of plan, y'all, that y'all can do when you get older, that you won't have to go through a lot of struggles that a lot of older people are going through.
One of the reasons I felt compelled to be a content creator is because I feel that there's some narratives that are so important that I want to make sure that they get out there, especially for someone who might be the essential equivalent of who I was when I was 22, 23, 25. I open my app and I'm looking for someone that has some kind of wisdom to impart. And what we're seeing in this conversation is this is a lady who is imparting wisdom.
And a lot of older people think they happy, a lot of them, their bodies, they have problems with their bodies now. So when they're younger, they're worried about how they're going to take care of the kids, how they're going to feed the husband, how they're going to do the wife, how they're going to do this. Look, when you're young, But when you get older, let me tell you this here, it's still going to be something. So just try to do whatever you can do while you're young to make your life as peaceful as you can when you get my age. And when you get older, and when you get, people, look, I'm warning you now, don't say I ain't tell you. Don't say I did not tell you. So while you're young, plan for when you get older, and get a plan that you can stick to that's going to work when you get older. Because you'd be surprised at the people I'm shocked myself, y'all. I'm shocked myself when I see how a lot of elderly people is really, they're struggling. They're struggling. And every time you look, something going up. Now, inflation has ate up a whole lot of people's Social Security check, y'all. A whole lot of people, Social Security check, it can't pay everything. And they just struggling. And everything is, wait till my check come. Everything they try to do, I got to wait for my check. When I get my check, I can't wait my check come. That's their whole life. What you gonna do, girl? I'm trying to do such and such and such, but I gotta wait for my check. When my check comes, that's what I'm gonna do. When I get my check. So look, y'all, I'm telling you now, prepare yourself now for later. And make sure you get a plan, and more than Social Security. Make sure you get other checks when you get older, not just Social Security and a pension. Though y'all talking about, well, I got my pension. Some people get a pension, it still ain't enough, y'all. So I'm telling you, if you got a business or something, get some kind of plan. I'm trying to tell you where your money can continue to come in. Get like 5 different, things, money streams coming in. So when you get older, you might have a little better, money thing coming through. Because inflation eating up checks like crazy, y'all.
I put the handle of this creator on this video so that you can go and support her. It's quite possible that in her retirement, she's living off of the TikTok partnership program, and maybe that's supplementing her income. But here she deserves the attention because she's not speaking to feel good. She's not speaking to the lie to me economy or all the host of influencers that tell young ladies the things that make them feel good or reinforce decisions that may not be the most holistic in terms of their financial future. She's just giving straight, bona fide life advice. This is the type of lady that would be talking to you at the end of church saying, you should be studying your books hard, right? Or the lady saying, that dress is too high above your knee, right? We used to have a community where these types of ladies had a voice, not only to young ladies, but to young men as well. That's not the way to talk to a lady. And although the Black community is imperfect, it did work in a way that was quite functional for quite a time after the most difficult period of human suffrage in probably the history of humanity. Even hundreds of years after slavery ended, we still had a functioning Black church and functioning Black families, and we had ladies like this that had a voice that carried. And it should carry what she's saying here because it's true. You want to believe that you're going to hit the jackpot and everything's going to be great, especially in this economy, but it's not the case. That's just not the way it works. And what she's doing here, she's doing a great privilege to a lot of different young ladies. And for guys hearing this message, we have to resist a bit of the temptation to say, we told you so, because to be honest with you, this is the beginning of the I told you so's, and it's going to be a lot of it. And I appreciate this young lady or this elderly lady for her message, but it's a message that needs to get heard. It needs to grow. Many people need to see it. Some people need to drink the proper Kool-Aid, the actual drink that's going to tell them, hey, listen, this is what it is. Even for the guys that are thinking, I'm going to have multiple wives. If you're not planning for that today, then you're not going to be in a situation in 5-10 years where you're living in a place where you could have multiple wives and afford them. You have to be grounded in reality and know that if you want a future in 10, 15, 20 years, that future is going to start with what you're doing today. Be it learning a language, learning your next skill, getting ready for moving abroad, whatever it is. It is not a boom, I hit the jackpot and all the pieces fit. Even when you do all of the planning, there's still going to be hiccups. And you got to be ready for the hiccups. And for guys, I think most of us, when we think logically, we can get there. But the young ladies, if this lady is saying what she's saying now, what we're going to see in 5-10 years, boy, oh boy. But that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comments, and I'll catch you next video. Take care, guys.